my crafty friends. Same 6 Wednesday for October 2021. This month we're using goodies that Maria from Maria's Miscellany sent to us. And I just have to show you the cool envelope she sent. It's a paper bag. And it got here just fine. And she did put a lot of packing tape on it, all around the edges and then, in the front. But I really love this, so I may try to find a way to use this in there as well. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. I thought that was really cool. Let's get her stuff out and see what we've got to work with. Make sure there's some little pockety things. I don't want to have missed something. Let's set that over there for now. Here's a beautiful card. It says, I'm so excited to be part of this awesome collaboration again. I hope you enjoy playing with the items I picked out from my stash. Hugs and blessings, Maria. That's really pretty. I'm going to put that in my everything book. But not today. Okay, then we've got a piece of a fern. It's a die cut. The paper's kind of textured. I don't know if you can see that the paper's textured, but it's nice paper. And an orange ribbon. It looks like it's got sticky stuff on it. Let's see if that's right. No, it's not sticky stuff. I don't know what it is. Interesting. I don't know what the purpose of that. This is sticky. Maybe it was supposed to be sticky stuff and it's just old, because it looks kind of vintagey to me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And we've got some decorative chipboard pieces. Those are really interesting as well. And these punch out. And then we've got a cute piece of old stationery. See, stamp. Isn't that cute? Okay, I have a feeling we're going to be doing some fussy cutting from this. The mushrooms and the little snail. Maybe that one too. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking at this point. And we've got some carbon paper. Okay, I'll have to think of something fun to do with that. Right off the top of my head, I haven't got a clue. And some map. That is a really nice, that would be a fun size book to work in. If you had a map book like that and just make those into pages. They're not really thick though, so you might have to glue 2 of them together, but that would make a fun journal, I would think, having in that book. Okay, but we're not making a journal. We're making a page. Okay, so I've got, I could work on this page or this page, which is like a big at the top and then pockets at the bottom. Or I could work on this, which includes this and this with one pocket. Or I could work in here, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. So I'm going to stop for a minute and pause the video and think about these things and what page I might want to work on, because the way this book is put together adds a different different element of challenge to the whole thing. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do, but I am going to use this page with 2 pockets. And I think that's all, just 2. Yeah. There's another pocket. Nope, there's not. Okay, there's these 2 pockets right here. So this is what I'm going to use. And I did take that envelope apart and got the pieces of paper that didn't have any tape on them. And then I got this piece. And I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to use this or if it'll end up being saved. And just thought while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and make that into a card. There we go. Instant journal card. Okay. But I have an idea, and I don't know if it'll work, so we're going to play with it on some of these papers right here. And my thought was, let me get my staple remover. I got this staple remover at a thrift store. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't much. But I got it because of staples like in those little golden books. And it's really a heavy-duty staple remover. So that was a good purchase. I think I paid 50 cents for it, but I'm not positive about that. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need that, but I'm going to set it aside there just in case I change my mind. Okay, that as well. We'll take these. These are very delicate, like out of balsa wood. They're laser cut, I'm sure. That's interesting. So what I thought I would do is take these and kind of, that's determined to flop up. And just like spray over them. They're not laying flat enough for that to work very well. Let's see if they'll work better on a different piece of paper. No, because the board's a little warped. It's not the paper. Let's see if we can. I don't want to break them. I think I'm just going to go ahead and spray that right there and see what happens. Let's see what color we should spray it with so it'll look good with our other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pause and find some sprays. Be right back. Okay, whatever I spray with, it's not going to come up its normal color because I'm putting it on this paper. But anyway, this is Distress Oxide Spray, Weathered Wood, and it's a gray color. So well, let's see if I can pick it up without. Let's let it dry a minute more and it might look better. But right now I'm not all excited about it. I think I put way too much spray. Let's try this. This is walnut ink, eucalyptus, over here and see. That's going to be even less good because it's not spraying, it's splattering. Okay. Those are pretty now, though. They're kind of a greenish gray. Okay, I don't think I love that, but I do like these. So we're just gonna forget about that. And trying to think of another way I can use these and use this. So I don't know. Let's see if we could try something else here. Probably should dry those first. Okay. That feels drier. I don't want to mess these up. Don't want to mess them up. But I'm thinking maybe if I put this on top here. Okay, let's take a piece of it because could end up with just a big mess. Okay, I put this on top of here and then put this on top of here. I guess this is experiment day. It's very light, but it's there. So I just don't need to be afraid of it. Let's scoot this over a little bit. Wait. Ooh, here we go. One more time. Don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, but but we're making something fun. Okay. That looks pretty too. That really does look nice. I really like that. Okay. Interesting. Let's do some more of that. Well, I'm going to actually do more of it off camera, and then I'll just come back and show you because it might take a lot of time. Okay. Well, I played with that some more, and I finally got one that came off enough that I think it'll actually show up if I put the black on the page. And then I got some, you know, some of these to play with too. Of course, now I don't know how I'm going to use them. But the first thing I need to do is spray this with a fixative so that it won't come off on everything else. And I think I'm going to take this piece right here, and that's what I'm going to use. It's just this one piece. But I do have some more that I might could use. This one might be good if I could get that in the right place under there and take off some more. I don't know if I can or not. But anyway, I'm going to fix these, and then I'll be back. Okay, it is going to take a while for that fixative to dry. It said at least an hour. So I decided to go on and try to work on the other stuff. I've got my door open outside because of that spray, so just warning you in advance that I'm going to go ahead and divide this into the 3 pieces that it, you know, the way it makes the most sense. And then I'm going to just try to decide how to use these. Either to put something in the pocket, you know, have something sticking out of the pocket, or to decorate the pocket. But for now, I want to put this as my background behind the pockets. So I'm just gonna fold it in half. I've got to decide which side do I want to put where. Kind of think I like this running in here, and I'll just trim that off to match. I do think because of these things that orangey red is what I'm going to ink with. And so let's decide, do we want, okay, I've got to figure out what'll go the best. We've got this monarch orange is really dark. Let's take a chance and ink this with that to see how it looks. Oops. Well, you can see that the color's not an exact match for the mushroom, but it's really pretty close. It's really pretty close. So I think that, well, let's try our lightest orangey red, which is Carnation Red. Let's go on the back and see what we think. Nope, it's too pink. Okay. So we're going to use the Monarch Orange. And I think I'm also going to use black, because we want to have some black in places besides just the carbon copy paper that we're going to use. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I do want to ink this. Okay, let's just do that first, but well, let me get it where I want it. Okay. And okay, now we can hopefully slide that right down in there. Yep, that'll work. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fit the other one, and then I can ink it. Okay. Let's put it right there. And right there. Okay, let's see how this works. All right, this needs to be a little bit more. Okay, now that up here, let's see if we can. I'll cut that there. One more. This is not the exciting part. Okay. All right, that's not perfect, but it's going to be good. We're going to call it good. Okay, I'm going to ink around both of these with the orange and the black, and I'm going to ink over this, and then I'll come back. Running close on time, so I gotta hurry. Okay, I got these inked, and I decided I want to use this like a stamp and stamp a bunch of these on here before I put them in. And I think the easiest way to do that would be to use it on the jelly plate. So that's my plan. And my light is doing weird things. Let me shut the door and see if that'll make a difference. Okay. I don't know if that's really any better, but it looks better to me. Okay. So I'm going to put some of this green. This is English Ivy green. Down here on the jelly plate. I need a brayer. Okay. Didn't get something to rear off on. Okay. Now then, let's try this out. I'm going to get very messy doing this, I can already tell. But if it works, I think it'll be worth it. It doesn't work so great, but we've already started. Okay, that was a little bit better. Maybe it just needed to get some paint on it first. So let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do it again. Okay, let's go ahead and do some on the other page. Oops, got fingerprints on that one. Oh dear. Okay, let's find something we can press that down with. It's not painty fingers. That worked really well. Should have done that to begin with. Okay. I like those. And we're going to stick that right there for now. And okay. Move that out of the way. And we'll move this out of the way. Okay. Now then, well, I guess once again I need to let something dry, so be back in a minute. Okay, I went ahead after those dried and glued them down. You know how to glue stuff down. You don't need me to show you how to do that. You probably don't need me to show you how to do anything. You just enjoy watching somebody else create, just like I do. So I'm going to cut these. I'm trying to decide how much. And I think with this one, I'm going to make it, longer rather than tall. And so I'm going to take it like that. Okay. And this one, I'm going to take like that. So here I've got one that, so this can tuck here and this can tuck in here. And then I've got these little pieces left. I contemplated putting these decorations like right here in the on the pocket, which looks really cute on this pocket, but it doesn't work as well on this one because of that. I thought about also using them as a topper for the tag. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Both of these things for this page. Okay, we're going to put this on top of this. And then we're going to glue this down here. I do need to do something else, so I'm not going to glue that down yet. And I need to ink this before I glue it on. So let's ink. Let's ink. I don't know why I like putting a little bit more in the corners, but I do. So we are. Okay. And then black. Because I am planning to somehow use that black ooh, I'm wondering if it would be good to add a little ink around this. No, maybe even more. Let's see. Well, let's try it on this one. Okay, I'm glad I tried it on that one because I don't like that. So I do like this little touch though. Because it'll kind of look like the carbon paper rubbed off on it. Even though it didn't. Okay. Now we're going to glue this onto here. I don't know that this would be the best plan to put it on as close to the top as I am. If this was something that, you know, I'd be taking out of the book a lot. Like if I was going to take it out and write on the back and stuff like that. But I'm not. It's just for pretty. Okay. And I've got this. I'll go ahead and tuck this in here. And I think I'll decorate maybe the bottom of this one with this. wish I'd put more ferns in there, but we're going to be okay with it. But I'm going to wait on this, just like I'm waiting on this, so I'll figure out how I'm going to use the black. And I've got to wait a little bit longer for it to dry. So I'm going to pause, and I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, while I'm still letting that dry, I decided that I want to, I'm going to use this down here, which will, of course, have to wait until the carbon paper is dry too. But then I also want to use this and this on this one, on this side, so that it'll look different from this side. And then I'm going to put the carbon paper and the orange stripe here. I also think it would be fun to use this, since I have more, to make a little tab on here. I'm just not sure if it's enough. I could make a ruffle on top. I could do that. So let's think about how to make a ruffle easy, because I want it to be easy. I want it to be easy. Okay, let's go industrial here. We'll make an industrial ruffle with our little tiny punch thing here. I mean, tiny attacher. Okay. And then we're getting all kinds of experiments today. This is not wanting to. Okay, I think a lot of why it doesn't want to work is that should have done this first. Okay, I'm going to pause and take that glue stuff off. Be right back. Okay, I got that stuff off, and I wanted to go ahead and do a few so I could be sure it was even going to work before I, because this stuff is not as happy to pleat as I would have liked. It's like, no, we want to be a straight piece. Okay. We're almost done. And then I gotta tuck this, or I'm going to tuck this back underneath here at this end. Maybe. Whew. All right, we did it. And it was worth the work, I think. It was worth the work. Okay, so there's that. And I want to figure out where we're going to do this. Let's go ahead and glue these pieces together. Not all right, let's just see how this is going to. How this is going to work. Will that? Okay. All right, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue down the ribbon on this side of the page, because that'll help me do those. And then I'll wait on the other side till I get my carbon paper ready. Okay. Now then, we've got that part, and this is plenty long there. And of course, we'll just put it over the top a little bit. Let's glue these together. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm very happy with that. And now then, let's see if this paper is, I thought it'd be fun to continue that theme down. So I do need to trim this because it is not very straight. And that it's probably not going to be very easy for me to do because I'm not very good at straight. We're just going to do the best we can. And hope for the best here. Okay. I don't know if this will work. We're going to try it just because ultimately it will be easier if it does. If it doesn't work, then Yay! Alrighty. Now let's see if we can do this again here. Come on. Okay. Now then, we're going to glue this down and put that on top of it down here. No, it might not be better. It might be better to do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to do some more inking right here to go under that, under there. And then I'm going to also ink down here. Okay. Now, I think the best way to do this is going to be to just put, let's make sure that's going to actually, yeah, okay. Just put glue stick down and then stick it down, because I think that will just be easier than anything else I can come up with on how to put it down. Okay. And that needs just a little bit of glue. There we go. And now for our last little pretty trim. We will put this on. Just going to have to put dots everywhere because I... Okay. Alrighty. Now we got a lot of glue in places I don't really want it. I don't know if this will clean it up or not. Okay. There we go. I love it. I hope you liked what I did with your things, Maria. Let's write her name down here. And this is September, no, October. There we go. I'm happy with that. And I used everything. Oh, I have this. I forgot. I was going to go ahead and put it on here somewhere. I had decided I wanted to put it on here, but I hadn't decided how. I think like that. Okay. Almost through. Okay. I had used it to do this, so it counted even if I didn't have it actually on the page, but I thought it was pretty, so I want to put it on the page. Okay, now we're done. We used, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! If y'all haven't done this before, don't forget to click on the first link in the description box below to go to the next person's video, and if you do that, every place you go, when you get back to me, you know you've seen everybody. So God bless you. Have a great day.